Welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast, your #1 opinion source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola as he sounds off on the latest movies, TV, music, gaming, comic books, and more. Now, here's the man of the hour, Marco Mazzola.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast. I am, as always, your host, Marco Mazzola, and let's say hello to our ranters today. Hello, Bruno.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
And Mila.
Hey.
Hey. And Larry Luigi.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. All right, gang, so we are going to talk about Super Mario Brothers.
Best
the
movie in existence.
This is going to be an extremely divided room today. I thought we had some divided room on Galaxy Quest. This is going to be way more divided than Galaxy Quest. There's at least, that was more of like a 3-1 or 2.5-1. Although we had Maria on that show too, so it was like 3-2. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to put it. It's one way to put it. This is a lot of fun. So I am going to start off today with the trailer.
Yes.
Oh my God, there's a trailer?
There's
Seriously?
a trailer. Of course there is.
There's a trailer.
Of course there is. This movie came out in 93.
It's gotta be good.
I think so. 2 weeks prior to Jurassic Park. So you're going to tell where the box office went on that.
And they're worlds apart.
They're worlds apart.
God,
Worlds,
that's
animation,
so funny.
story, effects, practical effects, everything. Very different budgets. We'll get into that. So let's do the trailer. Let's see how that goes. And I will turn off the mics because you guys get really fucking chatty. And we'll go ahead and watch the trailer, shall we?
Yeah.
World, another dimension, the universe next door. An alternate world separated by time and space and yet somehow joined and contiguous with our home.
Mario Brothers Plumbing, no leak too small.
And kidnapped from an excavation
No, don't touch it. No, it's not a big problem. Just leave it to the professionals. We'll be right there. Luigi, we got a broken dishwasher at the Riverfront Cafe. You know what that means? Yeah. We got work. This way. How do you know? I've been listening to pipes all my life. Come on. See that? Yeah. Mario! Where the hell are we? Who's this Koopa clown? We gotta talk to that goofball now.
That Koopa clown?
One evil, egg-sucking son of a snake.
Your princess is here.
Go ahead and say it.
Dinosaur.
You may think of evolution as an upward process. Loyal child of the royal family. What I care about is the future of our species.
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
Luigi Mario.
Prepare for the invasion and ready the troops. We're going down.
Alright.
Oh,
I mean,
my
even
God.
the trailer was
That
garbage.
had to be one of the worst
like
trailers.
Real trailer.
The
though.
trailer
I could
was
spend
That had
an
to be.
hour on the trailer alone.
I could
What
edit
a
better than
hot
that.
circle of
Right?
garbage.
The editing was
so bad.
like
Fucking
jarringly
useless.
bad.
No
Oh my God.
transitions.
And you two liked the movie to a certain degree, and that trailer was awful.
I don't think that was the real trailer.
That was the trailer. That's it. Coming this summer. Woo boy. It sure was. All over your face, neck, and chest.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jesus. That thing was horrible.
That was awesome.
It was horrible. That was a really, I mean, I don't know why anybody.
Was so bad.
I don't know why anybody went to the theaters after watching that trailer.
Yeah,
I didn't have any intention of watching this movie either,
theaters.
but Jesus. I don't remember ever. I don't think I ever saw this whole movie prior to watching it.
I've never seen it
over last week.
And after watching it for this podcast, I'm confident that I'm dumber.
Never. Yeah. My brain cells were committing suicide in my head
definitely lost
while
brain
watching
cells
this movie
because of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. 100%. 100p, as they say.
Oh my God.
Up in my hood. That's Burlington, by the way. Yeah, it was. I mean, I just can't. I can't even. Like, we're gonna have to fill an hour with this garbage, but it's doable because there's so much wrong with this movie. There's just, in my opinion, there's just nothing redeemable. Forget about the fact that it's really hard to make a movie based on a video game. Most video games, especially these type of video games.
Let's be honest. This was a 1980s video game.
But that's my point.
It was like
that's what I was going to say.
Pixelated.
No, it's not even that. Like,
levels,
the older versions of the game, the older games didn't have a lot of backstory. Newer games like a Tomb Raider or, of course, an Assassin's Creed. There's a lot. They're freaking movie. Yeah, it's a movie in the cutscenes. The cutscenes tend to be longer than a movie, right? So there's a lot you can fill in and make a movie out of. This wasn't. It was just a dude jumping around hitting boxes and chasing after, the Koopas, a weird dinosaur type spiked turtle to chase the girl, the princess. So how do you fill in and make a whole movie out of that? And then boy did they. They gave it the old college try.
By pretending the game never happened.
High is what college try they made it. But it was just awful from beginning to end. The music, every single freaking choice they made, right? It takes 3/4 of the movie just to see them in costumes that tell you that's Mario, that's Luigi. Like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, they couldn't have at least coordinated the colors.
Their plumber outfits.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they just be wearing that? Because that ties
like,
you to the video game itself. Like, there was nothing about this movie that really solidified this as like, hey, we're making a Mario. Remember the game? We're making this a movie. It could have had nothing to do with it. It's like when you said the Batman only was tied to Batman because I saw Batman in it. That's it. Other than that, it didn't have to be a Batman movie. This didn't have to be a Mario Brothers movie. It could have just been some weird alternate dimension, invasion of Earth.
You could have gone like, oh, there's a bunch of Mario references in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That's it. That is absolutely it. Because from the costuming to the stupid goons that were in it, like these giant creatures with little tiny heads.
Yeah,
that learn how to dance.
The complete opposite of what a Goomba looks like.
Nothing even tried. And I know this is 93, but it's only 2 weeks before Jurassic Park. Now, Jurassic Park created a lot of its own, and the CGI. Like, it really boosted that sort of, genre. That genre, that field, that technology. It was. But screw the CGI, because it was horrible in this movie. What about the practical effects? Practical effects have been around forever, and have been done way better than this movie. See, even Star Wars practical effects in 1977, creatures was way better than the creatures, the dumbass creatures we got in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, forget the storyline is just so incoherent from beginning to end. There's no reason for any of it. How the hell and what they had on Bob Hoskins to bribe him or blackmail him into being in this movie, and obviously Dennis Hopper, who's even like another level above a Bob Hoskins. You know what I mean? If you're looking at the levels of actor.
I couldn't believe when I saw Hopper in there.
Yeah, I completely forgot he was
in it. You were in this movie?
I completely forgot he was in this movie. Leguizamo, Johnny Legs as they call him. I get it. He was just starting out. He was really just starting to. So I get it. He needed the paycheck. He needed to get some.
I mean, shit. He did. But what do you do after this? He did The Pest after this.
Yeah, and he was super at Spawn. But you know what I mean? He's the clown. But yeah, exactly. Roll your eyes too, because so did I. But at least that was a better role for him than this circle of garbage.
They had a $48 million budget for this.
I was just going to look it up. Yeah, talk to me about it.
In my mind, was somehow squandered. Like, I don't think it was a crazy budget for the time.
They blew it on hookers and blow. That's what I think they used it on.
They made Superman with 21, and they made what was the other one? The He-Man with like 18.
It was like 18. Yeah.
Right. Those are garbage, but I would watch those any day over Super Mario.
I can't believe that.
Oh my! And believe me, they were bad. Right? We reviewed them; they were so bad.
I'll watch He-Man He-Man twice in a row just to not have to watch this again.
Any day.
Absolutely.
I actually think
the creatures look better in He-Man. The practical effects look better.
I think
even the fucking flying on those stupid little saucer things looked better than them dissolving through solid rock.
Yeah, and even the internal logic of the movie was bad, right? So, like, you know, the what was it? The machine that what do they call it? De-evolution. The de-evolutionized them, or however you might say that.
That thing.
Was like didn't make a lot of sense. Like, first of all, why just the head? If you're gonna change the genetic makeup of a body, it should have been a chamber, not a head. It should be like they shove you in the chamber and you come out and you're different.
Well, the idea,
if you're trying to modify all of the cells in your body.
But the idea was they wanted to do is just make their brain really, really small.
Okay, so let's pretend they did that.
And that's the point.
Let's pretend that makes sense.
Let's pretend
the creatures themselves, though, you shrink the head.
No, they didn't make. Why did they get better?
Really big.
That's
right. They're made out of people that were normal human size.
Yeah, no, it affected the whole body. That's
why did the bodies get gigantic?
Were these things just walking around in the whatever Cretaceous period?
Or why didn't they become quadrupeds? Or why weren't they just dinosaurs with?
When you make a movie, there's a billion decisions to make. They made 1,000,000,001 wrong decisions in this one. Like they went a step to we're not even gonna make this is gonna be in the movie. We're gonna make this decision wrong anyway.
The first mistake was deciding to make this movie.
Yes, absolutely, I agree, 100%.
With a certain intent.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna de-evolutionize a creature, let's assume it's even possible, which it's not. But if you're gonna do it,
right? It's an alternate universe, Bruno.
It's an alternate universe.
It is possible. You have fungus that is growing.
I'll buy into that.
Evolved a person, sentient fungus that gives you one of the bombas and mushrooms.
Let's pretend this happens.
So that was lucky.
Then you got to do the whole body. You can't. It's not just the head.
But we can still talk to this de-evolutionized person who understands
English.
Who understands English and is de-evolutionized. I mean, beyond. A creature, you're now back to the primordial ooze, but yet you can still understand people and kind of communicate.
Primordial ooze has ears,
apparently. Yes,
obviously,
it can give you the bombas and stop your car from crashing.
Hey, in Ghostbusters 2, they made the ooze dance and move the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. And that was a hostile to stupidities too. That was just a really
that movie.
I mean, more bad decisions.
See,
but that movie was not nearly as bad as this movie. It had its problems, but it was not nearly this movie.
The thing I liked about this movie is the fact that it tickles that thing that I like of it's so cheesy and so extreme cheesy, extreme campy to such a fault that I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Like someone sat down and actually wrote this crap. I think this is great.
I think he wrote it in a day
it's a work of art.
It was written in a day and a half.
You're right. I think it really was.
In its atrocity, I was like, this is great. This is so fun at how bad it was for me.
That's kind of how I am with it. It was a horrible movie.
Oh, yeah. I'm not defending that it was a good.
No,
it was not.
We know you're not, but you guys are like,
definition.
but it was fun. It was funny.
It was funny as
because you're like,
it was funny
of course they do that,
right?
Of course that makes sense.
Nothing about this movie makes sense.
Making the Goombas dance somehow distracted them
in the elevator,
even though they snuck behind them anyway.
What was that? What was that about? They were already hiding.
Why make them dance? Swaying them all.
Why? None of it made any
pay it off later that they're dancing again when they're supposed to be invading and
I guess that was a hive mind experience or something.
Yeah. I mean, what a waste of some really good talent. Even Fisher Stevens, who plays Iggy, right? He's been around for a long time.
So both of those guys, the guys that play Iggy, and
Richard Edison who plays Spike,
those two guys, they've been in so many things.
And prior to this movie, then of course after that.
I couldn't.
But I wouldn't exactly call them.
Fisher Stevens was in Short Circuit.
I wouldn't exactly call them thespians, right? They're not.
They're big character.
They're not highly regarded actors.
No, but they're character actors who've done a lot of stuff, and not saying they're winning Oscars, but they've done better roles.
Let's just say I wasn't surprised to see them in this. I mean, it wasn't. I was surprised to see Dennis Hopper. I was surprised to see
Bob Hoskins.
But I wasn't, because Bob Hoskins was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, but that was a much better role.
That was a very cleverly written.
Right, but
that Hook was a much better role for him than this.
But to get him to do this, it's like, hey.
Now I agree. As a Mario, I can see him as a Mario. I don't have a struggle with that whatsoever.
He was actually a flawless Mario. I'm not gonna lie.
Just a horrible script and
oh my God.
all kinds because the
What
problem
made him read the script and say, "Okay, I'll do this"?
Yeah, I'll do this. I don't know. To me, it's like one of those things where like he had a deal to do something that he wanted to do, and you have to do these other movies to make that deal. You have to give us 3 movies for this studio, and then we'll make your artsy fartsy piece of shit that you want. Okay, fine. This is one of the ones you put in. You got to suffer through it and get the paycheck. That's fine.
You know what?
Maybe.
I think
that happened a lot, especially back then. That and still happens today.
Yeah.
They absolutely nailed Italian plumber, though. Like a
didn't they
couple
get
of
that
Italian
stereotype
plumbers.
right on the head?
I was like,
good
oh
Lord.
wow.
The fact that there's like they have trophies
Jesus.
of
different
plungers on the wall.
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting. But that's on the wall.
Are those like used plungers?
Yeah, the
from,
used
like,
plungers is this trope like on the wall from the different
I
jobs.
remember it like it was yesterday.
They get their jollies in the fact that they have a dishwasher to go fixed, and like, oh my god, we have a job.
No, yeah,
Well,
got a
they're
job.
plumbers. They're plumbers.
Dishwasher. Yeah, but
Apparently
they had to
there's
call
a
the
lot
whole
of
team for
competition
one
in
little
the plumbing
dishwasher.
industry.
Let's go.
Yeah, they call it all fire and all the alarms on going to get this one dishwasher fixed. But then the other team, and somehow this is what I like. The company that called them also called the other people.
Yeah, I was like,
this a competition?
What?
So that does happen though. They will call, especially when they have like big buildings, because that was one of them.
It was one dishwasher.
But it was at the restaurant though.
Yeah.
So what a restaurant will do or a building maintenance will do is they'll go, hey, listen, we need somebody. Like they need that done now.
Yeah.
So they'll call a couple different ones, and it absolutely has happened. And
they all show up and everybody gets pissed. Like, dude, you
well, no,
called
it's
me.
whoever the first one's there is. First one, it's kind of like, hey, first one there, first one gets the job, and sorry about your bad luck. I mean,
Wow.
I think in certain areas they may be able to just be wicked cutthroat like that.
I would imagine Brooklyn.
And that's what I saw.
Brooklyn,
Yeah, and that's what I saw there, and I think that's what the part that they were trying to tell, that it's a cutthroat business, and and obviously you have to introduce the bad guys, quote unquote, of the human world.
But we got them. We got them at the dig site.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which they I don't know, sabotaged or just screwed
wearing
up.
their uniforms.
Well, yeah, they just finished the job.
Because
they just left the hotel.
Well, you take the uniform off. You're gonna go sabotage something. Don't do it with your name of your company on your back.
It was done for the viewers' benefit.
Again, it's for the view, but we get it. We know it's them. We saw them.
Something you might get used to in this movie.
They had to be told. Some people had to be told.
You have to get used to in this movie suspension of disbelief.
I'm suspending disbelief that this is actually a movie.
Right? Like this, there's so much suspension of disbelief in this movie.
This actually went out to the theaters.
Why were the lizard world people? Why did they look like humans?
That's my god. That was my biggest.
Yeah,
that was actually.
I want Mila to talk about this.
That was my biggest problem with this. Was like, so let's see here. 65 million years ago, we've got lizards, right? Big old lizards, small lizards, and then along the way, we've got mammals become a thing, right? Apes and chimps. You're telling me
you're gonna until lizards went away.
You're gonna convince me that they looked like lizards. They looked like lizards. They looked like lizards throughout the years. And then within the past, I don't know, maybe 10 million years, they go, yeah, let's look exactly like humans.
Yeah.
So another
evolved to the same exact.
We're all gonna just evolve to human looking eventually,
Exactly.
even with all mammalian
like evolution doesn't work that way. It doesn't
like,
work that way.
at all.
Like there's so much of it. Like what would be the point in a lizard having things or like things like this? You know,
you have to think
Like,
every
that doesn't
step
they don't
along
have
the
that.
way in evolution has to be. There's a reason for every step. So if a lizard were to lose its lizard tail, there would have to be a reason for that.
Like maybe they became bipeds like we did. Okay, like straight, like up back,
Right.
like that. Maybe that happened, but
And then
that's
they
not
lose
gonna.
the scales. Why? Why would they have lost scales?
Right?
You can
and then the eyes would
see,
change.
But you can see, like what like humans. We're just like hairless apes. Like you can kind of see the similarities.
You look back and you
right?
go,
Dinosaurs.
you can even see chimps now.
You can
You're like,
see
oh,
some of them
yeah, I
like
can see
lizards. A lot of them you
it.
can see look like birds. Like you can see a lot of that bird. Like so, you kind of get where they. A lizard to a human has no
There's
connection. There's
exactly.
no like similarities whatsoever.
You can't look at that and go, yeah, I can see the lizard being.
I can see how this would evolve. Right?
Something happening there.
Most evolution, you can kind of.
If you look back,
track it and go, okay,
we're all related to one ancestor. One.
Yeah, but that doesn't make us look the exact. The odds.
No, what I'm saying
them-
is the branch. So the tree goes back to just one, right? That multicellular thing that then evolved and then came out of the ocean and was on 4 legs at that time. It looked kind of lizard-like if you look at the pictures or what they think it looked like. And then from there, that thing evolved many different directions.
I got what you're saying. Yeah.
So you can't.
How is that direction for lizard?
We all have a common ancestor.
Yeah.
I know that.
To what we evolved into.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then once you...
Clary's like, really? This is the worst part of this fucking movie?
Once you see where it branches off...
This?
That's the thing. Once you see it starts branching off, there's like nothing, like they don't reconvene with each other. Right. They just kind of go off in their own branches. You don't go from like
the lizard took a hard right to humans,
right?
Yeah,
like you don't
monkeys
see
kept
that
going
really
towards human, and lizards went the right.
You can see where it's coming from.
I like what they're doing over there.
Not with
I like what the apes are doing. Let's do that.
Like you've got the
You're very passionate about this.
That's because the thing is, this is something I've been
really,
I've been enthralled with this type of stuff ever since I was little. I'm like, this is so like seeing all this stuff. That's why I was like, this is what hit me. I was like, what? You mean, wait, how did you take that one shimmy to the left and become a human?
What they should have done was had them be just lizard people, right? It should have had maybe lizard skin, the lizard eyes all the time.
I can see that.
Not that they're human looking.
Hell, I can even see
humanoid. Let's keep the conversation going because we're spending a lot of time on evolution. But let's keep the conversation going. Like when they are... And like I forget the woman's name. I have to look it up. The the main bad person, whatever the hell her name was.
His name was like Lena. No.
The one that wasn't.
Lena.
Oh, the bad one.
Fiona Shaw. Like she's talking, all of a sudden they start like their head starts like shaking really violently.
Yeah.
Like what was the point of that?
So
there's like a weird decision, like they're doing that, and
when they start talking about mammals, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're doing that. Like what the hell is the point? They just start shaking really violently. Like why? Yeah, like there's no payoff, there's no explanation. They're just having strokes in the middle of the movie for no reason.
Yeah. You know what I'd be?
They were probably like, "Oh my god, I'm in this movie! I
can't believe I'm in this movie.
You know, I
can't believe they're paying me for this."
I'd be okay if they even said something like, "Oh, to blend in, we kind of like, I don't know, edited something in our genes, or I don't know.
Yeah, we have to do this.
Use some weird liquid that, like, we drink and we look like humans when we do it. Maybe we need to redose every once in a while. But no, it's like." No, we just look exactly like humans.
Yeah,
and then just spaz. We just spaz every once in a while.
No, but you could say like the evolution is there, and the machine does this, but it kind of like the body always tries to go back to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
and that's the body fighting itself.
So many little stupid things they could have done
hold their
instead,
current
and I'd be like, oh, okay.
But it didn't. So the budget in this movie you said was $48 million. It grossed a total of $20 million.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it made that. I can't believe it had $20, let alone $20 million.
No, gross. Clearly, it's the year 22.
But they didn't even make half their budget back.
Right, that's what it says. Like holy shit. No, but you're saying like I'm surprised they made that much. Well, in 40 years or 30 years, it taken them that long to make this.
Yeah.
I think you could buy it for $3.99. By the way, on Amazon.
Yeah, we got it for free. So like, screw it. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I think it's pretty much understand that most people are getting this for free. It's on YouTube. Like I found a version on YouTube, so yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, look, this movie's bad. Like it
you know, it flopped and it's free on YouTube, and no one's taking it down.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, just for me, they're not so much redeeming qualities, but there are definitely things in it that kind of made me laugh. Because again, I
mean, it's a drinking movie, right?
Yeah,
and even when you're trash, you're like, oh god, this is bad.
I don't know, man.
But it's a drinking game. Like you can definitely do a drinking game with this. Every time he says fucking Daisy or Daisy, every time he says Daisy, he's like, you take a drink. Like every time there's just some stupid animation, bro.
Every time you see Koopa,
every time there's a horrible animation. Like even the explanation at the beginning was shit. Like that whole the voiceover.
Yeah.
It was Dan Castellaneta, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did the voiceover for that. They got some people in this movie. Like it's amazing that they got these people.
That's probably why they had a $48 million budget. They blew it all on paying these big names.
I think so.
Like it comes out in the early #90s. They're trying to do this thing with capitalizing on a video game that
on one of the most popular franchises ever made. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so I can see what they were trying to do, and then you get a couple of good actors.
Oh, by the way, Frank Welker did like the creature voices. Frank Welker, he's done everything.
Yeah,
he's been everywhere. Frank Welker is one of the most popular voiceover actors of all time. To be honest with you, it's got him in there again, just early '90s, but still. He had done a lot by that point. It's tough to you want to find. I love Mario Brothers. I love the franchise. I just wanted to find something redeeming about it, but it just kept letting me down. And every weird, the story was so disjointed. It was like they just, almost like where they had this project and then they kind of stopped and then went back to it. And go, where were we? Let's just pick it up from here. Let's just go from here. What did we do last week? I don't remember. All right, well, let's just start this now. Let's just write something for this week.
They literally gave this to like some freshman college students. They just write a movie, and this is what they come up with. And they were all drunk or high half the time, and that was the result.
You would think.
That might have even been a better movie than what they actually did.
I was about to say, like, maybe that would have actually gone somewhere.
They might have done some fun stuff for the fans.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the writers, I mean, they really nothing to their credits. We Valley High, a mystery date. I mean, there's really not a whole lot in some of the writer credits here. That just, the most of them have like 2 or 3 credits to their name at that in total. I mean, even including up to today. So it just seems a little like, you know. Well,
I mean, you got to imagine that anybody that would have seen this would have been like, I'm not hiring you anymore.
Ed Solomon has the most. You know, Now You Can See Me 3, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Now, again, nothing, you know, huge. Men in Black, just screenplay. I did screen, you know, Super Mario Bros. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures on TV. So, like, you know, a few well-known stuff. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He wrote that. You know what I mean? So,
not
an Oscar-winning movie, but at least something we knew, and I enjoyed that a shit ton more than I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah,
it's just tough to. It was tough to wade through. It was really tough. And Bruno, I don't think you finished it, right? Like you just kind of skimmed.
I have never. One other time in my life that I ever like stopped a movie halfway through because I was like, this is so bad.
Yeah.
And I stopped this one halfway through about the 40-minute mark, and I was
What was the other movie? Just out of curiosity, do you remember?
I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. Because I'm one of those like, all right, I started it, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. Like you can get through it.
I can get through it, but so I had to stop it. I went out, grabbed some dinner, and then came back. I was like, all right, let me just finish this because I got to be able to at least speak intelligently about it, and you know. Not that you can speak intelligently about this movie in particular because it's so bad, but I said I finally finished it. But it took me 2 sittings, and then the second one I accelerated the video so I didn't have to like.
Yeah.
So it didn't take me full 40 minutes.
It's just so much like Mario. Okay, this I have to get to the fact that their last names is Mario.
That's
actually Mario
and Luigi Mario. That's actually true though.
No, I know it's just ridiculous.
I mean, it's stupid. I mean,
it is dumb.
That's really stupid.
I never knew that. Like
it's the Mario Brothers.
It's the Mario Brothers, but you never. They never say that like per se. But you have to figure that out. So the fact that his name is Mario.
Yeah,
I can understand the Mario Brothers, but like,
I see nothing wrong with this.
What happened to his parents? Did somebody get hit in the head when they're naming him? Right. Our last name's Mario. What are we gonna name him? Mario.
Wait a minute, you got George Foreman and named all 5 kids George Foreman.
Right. You know, there's some stupid people in the world, including Mario's parents who named him Mario.
There's this one clip of like Family Feud.
But they didn't name all the kids Foreman.
Like Obu, and his dad's name's Obu.
Yes, I saw that.
Like, oh my God.
I saw that on Family Feud.
I was like, there's that one guy.
That was really funny.
No, but that was always like a thing that for years everybody joked about going, hey, it's the Mario Brothers. Because then you had Mario Brothers for Atari.
Yeah.
And then you had Super Mario Brothers that came out for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then it was just Mario going to save the princess. And then it wasn't until Super Mario Brothers 2 that we got Luigi. Mm-hmm. Like as from the disconnection of the original Mario Brothers game. So then that's when we were like, oh shit, now there's 2 of them, and everybody used to always say like, okay, is it Mario, Luigi Mario? Because their last name clearly is Mario Brothers. It's either that or was it both named Mario?
Right.
That was always the if and or. So that was always a thing that was always into the play.
Yeah, but they had to like write their way around it because it was Super Mario.
They had to write around it. Yeah. His first name was clearly Mario because Super Mario, and then the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, he had brothers onto it.
Mario.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I understand. I mean, not that you had to. I mean, he's the main character. No. So, I mean, you could just say Super Mario Brothers, and we understand that one of them is named Luigi. You don't have to name them both Marios. It doesn't necessarily work. It doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You don't even have to bring it up in the movie, and then they did.
I was going to say, of all the lore that they got correct, they had to bring that one up.
Well, I think that was definitely a trope. That was definitely like fan service right there,
maybe.
I think.
Didn't serve me at all. Didn't serve me at all.
There was
just pissed me off even more.
30 years later.
Bad
pissed me off
things about
even more.
this movie that...
the jumping boots with the bouncer who's freaking useless and just gratuitous with like putting the stone between her breasts and like really and taking that extra long shot at it. The creepy the competition guy, you know what I mean, the Petrelli, whatever his name was, who's staring her up, Peach up and down. Daisy, I'm sorry, staring up and Daisy up and down when he first meet her at the dig site.
But this is like
he just stares at her like forever, like this really creepy up and down stare. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is that in there at all? You know what I mean? Like,
well, you're trying to show that these guys are creeps, right? Like,
yeah, but it was just really rapey. Like, it was just really weird.
That's how you did creep in like the 70s, 80s.
Yeah,
I get it, but it was misogynistic.
Like,
it was a really long stare. You could do that kind of creepy up and down, like, oh, and then but it just kept going. You just kept doing it.
No. There's a fan service look, but then there's this guy's a creep look.
Yeah, but then there's like, what the hell are we doing here?
You can't just do a quick look over, or it's for fan service.
Oh,
it's gotta be like on the nose. This is a bit long.
One needed one more pass at the edit. It really did.
It was very slapstickish, you know, and I think that was.
But that was the other part. The whole movie's very slapstick. It didn't stop. Like there wasn't very like. There's a couple of dead points,
you're not
but like
exactly talking about a movie that's going to be serious in any way.
No, I don't want serious, but it was just
probably reasonable.
It was just constant nonsensical jumping around and yelling and screaming, and I can't stand that.
I thought I liked that stuff.
Yeah, but that's the point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That like that made you feel like it was the game because yes, in the game all you do is run really fast and jump, right? Like you don't really stop very much during the game. So like that part they got right. In a movie, it was just it's like, oh my god, this is really bad.
But honestly though, I think you hit it right at the beginning. It's really hard to do a movie about a game that doesn't have much plot.
Right.
You know?
Newer stuff works.
Newer stuff definitely works because there's more of a story, there's more of a movie inside the game itself. So I mean I think at the time they were just trying to do something with something that really wasn't
But what
there.
bugs me when they do any of these kind of movies, and they've done this before in other movies that deserve better, or other games that deserve better, is you have this small cast of characters, you have a cast of characters, and then you bring in other characters that are not in the game. Mortal Kombat did that, Annihilation did that, the newer version of Mortal Kombat did it.
Yeah.
Even the new one, which I had high hopes for, because it looked so much better. I enjoyed the movie. I definitely enjoyed the movie because it looked better. It was shot better. The martial arts in it was far superior. But then you still brought in characters that didn't need to be there. That character list is one of the longest character lists in game history, and you still went ahead and made other characters that have nothing to do with the movie. Like, they were never in the game.
Why are you doing that?
You have a list of characters you can pull from, and you make up 3 to 4 characters that are not in the game. Why?
Just give them what they want. Use the characters they know.
I've been playing these games with all these characters for decades. Can you just put them on screen, please? I don't need this guy with who has this all of a sudden weird armor on him. This giant guy and a female like in Outworld. Like who the hell are these people? There's tons of characters that are like their version, but are actually in the game.
Yeah.
So just make them. Even if you have to kill them off.
I wonder if it was maybe like a licensing thing or.
No, they own the license. The guy who made the games was part of the producing staff on that movie.
I get you. It's just that little bit of like, but why?
What is the decision? What is
like
the point?
That slight, that yeah, this is cool, but why?
Yeah,
like
I want to see
just
that character, not a different version of that character. You're calling somebody else.
Well, at least in this movie, all those characters, they're all characters.
Yeah, Yoshi looked like a piece of shit. Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of Yoshi, this little dinosaur? Like, it was almost too realistic. It was just this weird animatronic.
They must have blown the whole budget on that animation or whatever.
Yeah.
They
oh my god!
Stab him in the neck.
Yeah.
At least
I don't remember Yoshi ever getting stabbed in the neck in the game.
I don't remember that either in the game.
Right? Yeah. The one, like another piece of lore that I'm like, okay, was all right. So he has the tongue that sticks out and grabs. I'm like.
Yeah.
Like, they're including, like, the weirdest things to
weird
keep,
stuff.
From the game.
The weird stuff.
You're like, okay, so
but in the game, Yoshi looks kind of cute. I could have
done without.
Yeah, this guy
Yoshi's kind of cute in the games. Not in this fucking movie.
Well, they made him look like a dinosaur.
Yeah, but
he
creepy.
Was one of the first I was like, that looks pretty good. That's
dinosaur was
pretty good.
Really creepy.
Looks like a dinosaur.
I was okay because that was the one dinosaur in there that looked like a dinosaur. Other than the little like rat ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you, but dinosaurs technically are kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't have to be. They don't have to be.
Well, if you're gonna make Mario from the
game, and now we know. Now we know.
Which, have you seen Dominion?
No, not yet.
Oh my god.
Dominion. Oh,
The new one?
Yeah, I saw it.
I haven't seen
I
it.
enjoyed it. We'll get to this. We'll get back to the horror show that is Mario Bros. In a second. But there's a point in that movie where like they're showing you one of the dinosaurs, and you've seen it probably in the trailer, where the dinosaur like they're on the ice, and the dinosaur has like a lot of feathers.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of chasing after them, and it's a really weird look to it. He's kind of like he's like really strange, lumbering, goofy look to this dinosaur chasing after him. Like, that doesn't feel right. There's something wrong with the way they animated that dinosaur. It looked like old school dummy, like coming at them. Like you have to see it. If you see it, you'll know what I mean. I was like, that's fucking weird. The way they animated that thing.
That physics movement or something.
Yeah, it was really strange. It looked like an old, like goofy.
If only they had somebody that like did physics.
Yeah, they had a physics major who could have taken it. Bruno, take it away.
It wouldn't even be a physics guy. It would be somebody who knows like animal movements.
Zoological.
Like you need
archaeology.
You want to study. So like when they
get an Andy Serkis on this quick.
No, but when they animate like anything, any big monsters, or whatever, they'll always take like a real world animal that's sort of similar
and
watch how it moves.
Study
watch videos of how it moves, and how do the shoulders move, and how does the body roll with that.
Yeah, they didn't do it with this
That's
animal.
what makes it feel real. They obviously didn't do that.
No, it was really when you see the movie, you'll stay. Other than that, the movie I'll do a whole review on that movie.
When I see the movie.
Oh, I'm not worried about when you're going to see the movie. But yeah, eventually we should do the review on that movie. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed that movie. It was a good cap up. There were some problems with it, but then there was some good payoffs, and we'll talk about that when we do that. Okay. Back to Mario.
I mean, look.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, Mario.
I mean, N64 Mario was awesome. It was an absolute shit show of a movie. They $48 million budget. They blew it on.
Telling you, hookers and blow.
I don't know.
They blew it on Yoshi.
They blew it on Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi and a few good actors.
Oh my god,
wasted actors.
I can't even the animation of them going through the solid rock, and how they did that.
Oh my god, that was
the fact that when Mario goes through it, he's falling.
Right when I saw him falling, I was like, oh my god,
we watched Larry and I watched this
that?
before. It's like one of the Sins thing. She
wasn't falling. Her face was right there.
She's being dragged through and still manages to come back so that Luigi can grab the stone from her.
Very strange.
But as soon as Mario goes, he's immediately falling.
Inconsistent.
It was really bad.
Like, were they levitating or something? Like what?
I don't know how she got back through. She was strong enough to fight back through.
Well, that's Daisy.
But
she's just built different.
But when they're at the meteor, and that's where she lets them go back through at the end.
She lets them go back in, right?
And they just go right back.
Yeah.
So is that not the same place they came through originally?
There was only supposed to be one portal.
Yeah, she created another one.
She created another one because she had the stone.
She had the stone, so she could create a different one.
That's a different one then.
Yeah, it had to be a different one. That's not where they fell in.
Yeah,
that's not where Mario fell in the first time.
Like,
with that convenient tunnel that can still show their shadows, so they can chase them. That's convenient. And they were always somewhere where they could see them. Like wherever those two idiots took her, everybody could see her.
Everybody could.
You know,
so it was really easy to track her and trace her down.
You know what I love about this dimension? The fact that there is one city on the whole planet,
yeah,
and
it still has the Statue of Liberty. It still has the Statue of Liberty and the Twin Towers.
Like,
very strange. Right. The weird consistencies there.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty with the torch actually being on fire.
Yeah,
it was on fire, but and still Twin Towers.
Yeah,
which in 2022 is still weird to see in a movie.
Yeah, it is
these
weird.
days,
especially when they start.
When you watch if you watch like an old Friends episode or where they do a lot of New York shots,
it definitely places it, and you're like, wow, this is before that.
Yeah, and it just brings up the tragedy.
Every time you're like.
Yeah, it's it's an uncomfortable bring up the tragedy that happened there. You're like, that's always strange.
What I liked is how they go to this new little city, and it's literally Demolition Man.
It was Demolition Man.
It was Demolition Man.
That's what I
meets Total Recall,
and a little bit of Mad Max thrown in there.
A little bit Mad Max,
and a little Blade Runner.
Yeah, so it's like they definitely said, hey, we need this kind of sort of outer dimension, futuristic type city.
But really
I just saw this movie. Got it.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. And then the cars, which cracked me up, the cars are hilarious. They reminded me of bumper cars.
Yeah.
With the big racks, like the big thing.
Yeah.
Or for you that people that
like Cambridge buses.
I was just saying, so like there's the Cambridge bus line that runs up Mass Ave that still has that. It still has the RAWs that hits the line. And that's
they still use that. I haven't been in that area forever. Man. Good lord, what year is this?
That shit comes off the line half the time, and the guy's got to get out
with the hook and
put the thing back on.
Yeah. I think there's like
it's like we're in 2022. God damn it!
There's still a couple bus lines that leave Harvard. That still got it's the Mass Ave one. There's one that goes into West Cambridge, like Huron Ave area. So it again, like going to that whole city, like that kind of cracked me up a little bit.
Yeah.
What I didn't understand is how the king de-evolved to the fungus.
Yeah.
You know, like
because he went all the way back.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
They went
turned up
basically
the de-evolve machine to the maximum,
which I love that de-evolve machine because it's like Jurassic, Cretaceous, advanced.
Yeah.
Wow. There's no
you
decent, kind of smart, scholar. Fuck off, like genius. There's nothing. Just goes boom, boom.
So
and then when he advanced them, they were still kind of bumbling idiots. I don't understand that.
Wicked smart.
They were like just smart idiots. Somehow.
So my thing is,
and wouldn't you have just killed them like way long ago?
Well, yeah, but
they fucked up 5 times in a row when you just killed them.
But they were his cousins.
He didn't seem like that much of a family man.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
Yeah, you're right.
He actually said at one point, he's like, "Yeah, just kill them."
Yeah, but the king that was there before, like the evolving him to fungus, was just really strange. And again, talking fungus, like sentient fungus.
But he goes back to fungus goo. And Koopa turned to slime.
The primordial ooze.
Yeah.
Why didn't he turn into fungus?
Because he probably went fungus and then slime. Probably went further back.
Yeah, it was like a.
I'm guessing.
Step.
I mean,
that's an awesome write-off. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So then it begs the question that we don't really need to ask on a stupid movie like this: why didn't he turn him to that? Like, what was the point of Koopa keeping him as fungus, especially since the fungus it was like destroying the city essentially, or according to him, because he was so germophobic.
Yeah, that's a good point. Who knows? Yeah, because
again, 1,000,001 bad decisions.
Well, maybe
plot reasons.
Well, maybe he wanted to keep him around just so he could like shove it in his face.
Thumb his nose.
I was thinking that. I was actually thinking
hold it over
like
Daisy.
keep him alive so we can go like,
and
what are you doing to my city?
He was like, I forgot even what he said, but he came in and taunted him.
Yeah, he definitely
did.
So
you have to weigh that balance of like, I want to taunt this guy, but I fear, like, I hate fungus. I'm germophobic. Yet I'm keeping him around, and he's infesting the entire city.
Yeah,
but he's good to rile up every once in a while. I like to really get and chop his balls a little bit, bust his balls up.
Nobody said this guy made good decisions.
No, he definitely. Did you see the hair? He did not make good decisions whatsoever.
God.
Was that supposed to be their version of showing him he's a reptile?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I suppose.
So at the beginning when you first see him, he's like basically putting his hands in the wax.
In the wax.
What the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, I was like,
it just kind of like goes away because he still moves his hand. Yeah, no, nothing.
I was like, that's what I was when I saw that. That's when I was thinking, oh, maybe they do like have this thing where they have to like look human.
No payoff.
You know, but if they don't do a specific thing, then they look lizards again. And I was like,
they need to look up Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, and then it was like, no, he just dips his hands in wax sometimes for kicks. I guess.
Yeah, for kicks.
So
I like the way it feels.
Nice on my lizardy skin.
I like the way it feels. Yeah.
Part of the movie too, right, is the introduction of the characters. So the characters are actually real characters in the games, but they're from different games, right?
Yeah,
so
they just shove them all into one. Yeah,
Daisy's from like the third one.
Yeah,
but
we had no Peach.
Right, we have no Peach, which is fine because this is
they'll put that in the second movie.
Maybe because they did leave it up for a second movie. At the
fingers crossed to make a second movie.
No, Bob Hoskins
I cannot
is dead.
Wait.
So
yeah.
Well, so is Anthony Hopkins. Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper are both dead. So
So here's the thing though that threw me off is the king in this movie is King Bowser.
Yeah.
Bowser's the bad guy from Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. What? He's King.
Where are you going with this, Larry?
He was a bad guy.
King Bowser.
King Bowser?
Oh, yes. The king that got de-evolved into the goo was Bowser.
Yeah.
So the fungus is King Bowser, which they make it.
No, King Koopa. Aren't they the same person?
No.
King Koopa and
Bowser.
Bowser and Koopa are two different people. They're both bad guys. So King Bowser. Bowser was the original spiked turtle that you had to fight.
Are you saying that the writers made a mistake?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, he is Bowser. No. King Koopa's Bowser.
No.
I looked up King Koopa and I got
Bowser. That's Koopa.
What?
King Koopa and King Bowser.
Learn your Google, Mila.
Yeah.
Learn how to use Google.
She'll never learn. She's too young.
She's too young.
No, they're different. One's like a crocodile. The other one's like a.
But they're built similar.
Yes.
They both have shells with spikes.
We didn't say they were creative.
Yeah. But they're both two different. Koopa and Bowser are two different people. Bowser is the best.
Okay, all right. So they screwed it up. We got it.
They screwed it up. And they made Bowser the father
and did you see Toad?
Yeah, sort of.
And you kind of had to figure out that was Toad.
Well, he says it.
Yeah.
Toad play. I was like, oh my god, that's Toad.
Also, the fact that they I was like, oh, at least they have Toad, even though he's not Toad. But at least they have Toad. But then the fact that they turned him into a Goomba so quickly, I was like,
But they put a harmonica around his neck, so you knew it was him.
Yeah.
Then they just turned him into, instead of a friend in the next dimension.
Became a good guy.
He just turned into the simple-minded
he's a Bowser.
Goomba guy.
Yeah, he's a Goomba, but he's a
the
friendly
one
Goomba.
good Goomba.
Who can bring her veggie plate
every day.
Yeah, I'm like,
who brings her steamed veggies? Isn't that nice of him?
I mean,
where did you find steamed veggies in this world?
Right
in a lizard world,
quick,
really fast.
He was like, "Mommy,
no veggies anywhere else in this place."
And it was a decent looking plate too. I was like,
yeah, carrots, cauliflower,
rice in there.
Beautiful.
I'm like, damn.
She was like, "I'm vegan. I don't eat anything with a face." Oh, thank you.
Well, in that case, let me go whip something up special.
Just to let people know what vegans are.
I guess.
I mean,
just to have him be able to come back.
I mean, well, yeah, and I mean, this is 90
because he needed to see her in the hallway to help.
Yeah.
So there had to be a reason for him to go back and then try to find her again because he was bringing her veggie plate.
I mean, it was great writing. Great writing.
Solid writing. Yeah, no, they all should be arrested.
Flawless.
Everyone, all three of the writers should be arrested.
Was there that many?
There was three, yeah. There's three credited anyway. They all should be arrested for doing this to us.
Yeah.
To inflicting the pain that is this movie.
They deserve to be sent into the de-evolved machine.
Yeah.
There were 3 writers, none of which had ever played Super Mario.
No, none of them, nor did they talk to each other.
No.
The entire time.
You write Act 1,
I write Act 2, you write Act 3. We're not going to talk.
Notes, we can talk each other. Notes, nah.
Ready? They wrote 3 separate stories and tried to combine it all. At last second, they go, all right, how are we gonna?
But it really feels that way.
Yeah,
there's all these different stories going on through this that just make no sense.
Yeah,
and you have Mario with his girlfriend.
Yep,
who's just really weird and dressed really weird, kind of hookerish to the whole movie, along with the other girls that are in there. It was
definitely the 90s.
I know, it was really strange though. Her attitude. All the women are in that prison, just this is fun. We're here. Nobody's freaking out really.
Well, I don't think that
except for the one girl who had a cigarette through the whole thing.
Yes,
all the way to the end when she's jumping through the portal, she's still got that damn cigarette. Just one cigarette, never lit, just there that whole time. They're sliding down the tunnel, which I'm glad they got through some pipes. Eventually, when they get to the pipe,
tunnel, you need a good smoke.
You got during the whole thing, she holds on to it, even when it takes a digger.
That was another thing too. They shut the heating system off to freeze the pipe so they could slide down it. Was that the payoff of that?
Yeah, it's gonna freeze everybody out.
That kind of lost me a little bit. I was like,
so the question is, how did it get that cold? They shut the heating system.
Maybe the world was just frozen world.
No, the rest of the world is a desert. In fact, he made sure that it's just Tatooine with a big city.
Are you thinking this through again?
I know, I'm placing logic in. I understand.
Marco.
I'm grasping at straws here.
You need to learn your lesson.
But I need something to grasp onto here.
When watching this movie, you have to stop thinking, or else
I have to, because otherwise I'm going to throw my laptop away. Because my laptop has played this movie on it, and I might throw it away for fear that it ever tries to play, because that's in the memory banks of my laptop. I got to flush the cache. I got to flush the cache and put the chips out. And you got a big magnet I can take to my laptop.
It's forever. It's forever imprinted on my.
Yeah, if I had a big magnet for my head, I'd use it there too.
It wasn't. Look.
Slap myself on the head with a ball peen hammer and get rid of this out of my brain.
I found some of it was a little bit entertaining, a little bit.
I still thought the thing is, at the end of the day.
Because it's wicked slapstick campy, and that's what I took it for. And I went, you suck, but you're doing your job as being a slapstick campy.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
That's what it was. Because there's so many things about it that just didn't make sense, clearly. and like I said, I think that we're all in agreement that they just said, throw all your trash in here and...
Shake it up. Movie. $40 million.
You know what? If we were to put this on the spectrum, I would say I would watch both He-Man and Superman 4 over this movie, and I would watch Boba Fett over both of those.
Oh, no.
Yeah, any day.
Yeah, no, I would actually probably rather watch this.
Hands down.
Because I had fun watching this.
You watched this over Boba Fett?
I had no fun.
I would actually.
Now,
I had
here's a real test.
My brain broke.
Here's a real test. I'd watch Galaxy Quest over this fucking movie.
Well, yeah, no, I do that any day.
Yeah, I would watch Galaxy Quest.
That's hands down for me.
But no, knowing me and how much I hated Galaxy Quest, I'd watch Galaxy Quest before I watched
really liked
that movie. Was excellent.
So,
that
movie had redeeming qualities. This one had none. This one had none. Galaxy Quest was at least trying. It was at least trying to be funny. It was. This was just a.
You get Tony Shalhoub. You can't go wrong.
Right. This. I mean, this is.
That was the best part of that movie. Was Tony Shalhoub.
He was good. He was really good.
That movie at least tried, to do what it was trying to do. That movie at least had a direction and understood what it was trying to do.
Yeah.
This movie had no idea what it was trying to do. It had no idea what it was trying to be. It was certainly not taking any of the subject matter seriously, and at least trying to get any of it right. It wasn't trying to get any of the subject matter, the original source material, right in any way.
Yeah,
wait. I'm not
other than the fact the name was Mario
the movie,
and Luigi Mario.
But what source material do you really need to focus on? They got all the names.
They got the names. I mean, that's it. That's the only thing that ties you to it.
But the game had no plot. There was nothing really.
No plot. I don't care about the plot. Make up a good plot.
Backstory, but that's so they did.
No, it was a crappy plot.
Well, good plot, bad plot. They had a plot, but it used all the names from the game. The game
nothing looked like anybody in the game.
No, but the game didn't have anything else, really.
And I get what you're saying, but the Boombas didn't look like the Boombas. The Koopas didn't look like the Koopas.
70% there.
The world didn't look like the Mario world. I mean, other than in the tower, you see the spikes.
Yeah.
Right? You see those little pyramid-looking spikes, which is a lot in Koopa's tower and things like that. Like that, only thing that tied you to it. The rest of the world... you didn't even have. Did he have anything where he by accident even jumped up and hit something and something fucking?
That would have been really fun. I was waiting for coins or something.
I thought he was going to jump on one of the Goombas' head with the.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 opportunities for him to jump on their head and squish them, and he just drop kicked them.
Yeah,
that was a missed opportunity.
They should have done something. Coins bumping out of the air.
Game is him jumping on these creatures and shrinking and kicking them away nothing. And they didn't even get to that.
Yeah.
And they had the jumping boots. They still didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have liked them to turn into the goddamn fox.
When I saw the jumping boots on, I was like, they're going to do some jumping and they're going to hit some coins or they're going to jump them into some other type.
Or hit something that releases something they need to use. You know what I mean?
They didn't do it anything like that.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing to pay off.
I mean,
as corny as that would have been.
That would have been good, though.
That would have been better.
I mean, the only real couple things that they did do that was game correct was actually the idea, the imagery of it was the fireballs. Every time they shot the fireballs.
Yeah.
Right, you saw that.
But then even the video we shot, remember they're firing into the cop car and it does nothing. But then he stops and they fire at each other and blows each other up.
Yeah.
That's how fire works.
Sure.
They also
2 of them firing into one car doesn't blow up the car,
no.
but 2 firing across into each other blows up both cars.
Yeah.
That's right.
That made no sense.
I think we all know this.
Flawless.
So you have in Mario, one of the things, one of the best parts about Mario, the game, is there's a million different worlds and levels.
Yeah.
There was nothing. You got the desert, you got the underwater, you got the stuff in the sky, you got the flying ships, all these different levels they create. You didn't put anything. You put this world you created that is nothing tied to the actual game.
And the fact that
shitty looking Brooklyn, right? This alternate version of Manhattan, of New York, and not taking it into this fantasy world like you were talking about with He-Man, right? You take him out of that, put him on Earth in No Name Town. You have all this stuff you could have used, all this backstory, and nothing at all.
Yeah.
You didn't take him to any kind of fantasy world that you might have recognized. Oh, that's that world I love in the game.
Yeah, and they're giving you they're giving you all of this opportunity, it's another dimension. It's another dimension. You can do anything with it.
And what do they, it's just New York. It's just really shitty, rundown New York.
What do they pick? Not only is it just a crap city. No, it's a city on a planet of nothing but sand.
Yes.
Nothing but sand.
Fuck, we're on Tatooine again.
Where are they even getting the water? Nothing. Right? And I'm like...
Well, they were making drinks in that bar.
And the same thing with He-Man. I'm like, you got a whole planet you could go to, and where do you go? Earth. Nowhere,
No
Earth.
Name Town, Earth.
In the middle of nowhere, Earth.
Yeah. It's just bad beginning to end. The opening credits is forever with every logo and freaking, brought to you by this company and this, oh my God, it's eternal. Go on.
Well, now you know why there was $48 million.
Yeah, I had to pay all those people off.
Everybody was putting their names on there going, I'll give you 10 mil. I'll take 10 mil. I'll take 10 mil.
the meteor coming to Earth, and that's how it separates. Oh, good Lord, shut up.
Well, that's the many Earths theory. Many multiverse.
A meteor hit one.
Hit one, but it didn't hit another.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't think they were going it that much.
No, it sounded like they were saying
I don't think they were going about that theory back then.
I don't think
it's
they were
like
going
they
through
were
that
saying
then, no.
that's what caused it, though. I was like,
no, they said, they were like, let's suppose that in a different dimension, the meteor never hit Earth. And so what would happen?
Because then I'm okay with.
I mean, they would say that the dinosaurs never got, demolished. So then they kept evolving and whatever. And then these two multiverses connected somehow, and there you go.
Yeah.
But so that's like, that's not a bad theory. You're just saying, let's pretend there's another place where this didn't happen.
So now let's talk about the wonderful ending.
Oh, shoot.
She saves the day, right?
Yep.
Daisy.
And turns out she's a dinosaur.
Turns out, we
knew that.
No, we knew that.
Yeah, because she came from that dimension.
She came from the egg.
And we're like,
She came from the egg.
Her mother dropped her off
that
at
was
the
the opening.
Yeah, that nun took a long fucking time to realize that was down there, by the way.
That egg came up. That egg came up, and she was like, wow, there's an egg, and then the egg hatched, and there was a baby.
Yeah, but it was just like a boombox before she opened it. Like, how does she know what the hell's in there? And she's like, well, let's open it.
Why not?
It's an egg.
Well, yeah, what the hell? Why not?
It's a big egg.
Just hold on to that?
Just hang on to the egg.
You don't
the egg
send it anywhere?
Like immediately.
Yeah,
you're
the
an
egg
orphanage.
popped.
Like
You're
literally
not a
seconds
vet.
after.
You're not a place for. You're not a zoo.
No.
It's a giant egg.
No, the thing
Maybe
is,
you take it somewhere like a lab or place or something.
No. Literally, the second they opened it, seconds later, it hatched.
Like,
literally,
like,
they were still standing there.
That doesn't make you shit your pants or your
Well, yeah, they probably shit their pants.
Doesn't
But
make
then
you
there was
shit
a
your
TV
habit at
show.
all.
Who cares?
Well, if you think about, like, if you found a big egg right now and it was hatching, you wouldn't run in fear because there's no animal that you know of that has an egg
I would when
like
a baby that looks like a human comes out of it. Like, what? This is not how this works.
Well, that's true.
I need to call somebody.
That was actually going to be my question. Was like,
especially where your religious belief, you're like, no, that's not the devil at all. That's not the devil just dropped an egg and a human came out of it. That's not going to cause a problem here. Let's keep it.
Maybe she's a very confident person.
We'll name it Daisy. Let's keep it. We'll name it Daisy.
So that's what my question was going to be, because it's like you see these people that evolved into humans. And
did she come out of the egg look like a human?
I don't.
Well, yeah, duh. Obviously, that's how evolution works,
Yeah,
baby.
sure.
They still come out of eggs, but that's it.
Yeah. So that was just another part. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So the end, she comes back. Yep. She comes back a la Doc Brown, Marty. We have to, save your kids.
We got to go.
We got to go save your kids. Come back. We
got some
shit's going on. Let's go. And they're like, all right, let's do this.
And they left it open for a part 2. That I cannot wait.
Yeah, I cannot wait. And then the after credit scene. Everybody see the after credit scene?
Wait, there was an after credit scene?
No, you didn't see the after credit scene?
No.
What did you think? I was going to stick around to see the credits? What did you think I was going to do?
No, you know why I saw it? Because I'll do that. Like, this is a stupid thing, but I'll forward it through so my computer's like, yeah, you finished this bullshit.
Oh, so it doesn't keep showing up. Okay.
So when I'm scrubbing it, I saw her come up. I was scrubbing and I saw her come up. And it's Spike and whatever in an apartment and 2 like Japanese guys who I think might have been the guys who actually created Mario.
No.
Like, they got them to do the movie. They're like, hey, we're going to create a video game about you two.
No.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So they're like, all right, let's do it. I forget what they're like. We're the Boomba Brothers or whatever the hell they're, the Cooper Brothers or something like that.
See, if that's actually in real life how it happened, I can see that happening.
Yeah. So that was kind of good. So there's a stupid after credit scene.
It came from a game, so you're like
very Marvel-esque, like the first after credit scene.
That's a post credit, like before they were doing it.
Yeah, before Marvel was doing it. 15 years later, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right, it was 93 and 2008. I think was the first time Iron Man where they did that.
Nice.
So like 15 years later, or something like that, or 20.
Nice.
Well, no, 20. Yeah, 15. My math sucks. Mila.
When was the last? When was the first time they did that?
I'm not saying it. No.
2008.
I think
so
2008.
15
Yeah,
years.
15 years later. I got the math originally, then I just second guessed myself because I know I
15.
suck at math. All right, there it is. Super Mario Brothers. Final words on Super Mario Brothers before we close this.
All right.
I'm gonna go with 9/16 of a dildo on that
one. Yeah. Larry.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
2.5. I like it.
2.5.
I'd give it like a. You know what? I think a 2.5 is actually fair.
Wow.
Maybe 2 point. Yeah,
that's
that's
a fail.
fine.
I mean,
no,
2.5
that's fine.
You can't change the score. Once you have a score, you can't change it.
2.5 to 50.
that's a good.
That's a fail.
It's definitely a fail. Yeah, I'm giving it
he was saying it was a little higher than that.
No, I'm giving it like a D.
I got a 1.5 at best on this.
1.5 at best?
Yeah, at best. It's a movie like, I'm sorry I had to watch it. I will never watch it again. Drunk or sober, I will
I'm
never.
going to erase it.
I will never.
I'm going to make sure my kids never see it.
Yes.
I'm gonna
hey, what about the? And you know what?
You'd rather catch them watching porn or something. You're like, what is that? Is that Super Mario?
I'd rather my children
go. Wait a minute. You do know they're making another one, right?
They are. I thought you were kidding.
No.
But it's not tied to this one. Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah.
He's Mario.
Oh my god!
I don't know if it's an animation version or whatever they're doing, but there's something else coming out with Chris Pratt as Mario.
I know, but a movie that we don't need.
Yes.
For a second, I thought you were actually saying it was a sequel, though. I was
it's
really?
not a sequel. No, it's not a sequel.
Catch me in the theaters watching Super Mario Bros.
It can't be Chris Pratt. Like it's got to be like some total jokester or something like that.
Yeah, no,
like,
I can't
like
see
if
Chris
you
Pratt
had who's the one that did?
And the chick with the eyes that are really far apart that was in Mamma Mia as Princess Peach.
Really far apart?
Her, I don't know. I see her, like, you know that, like, the chick from Mamma Mia, the main girl? If you've ever seen that.
I've never seen it.
I can't think of, she was also in, oops. I don't know, something else. I don't remember her name. I'm struggling here. What's her name?
You're doing great.
Mamma Mia cast. Hold on.
Yeah, it's been delayed a bunch. Like, I think it's still being delayed again. But yeah, there's supposed to be something else coming out with him.
Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried.
She's gonna be Princess Peach.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Super Mario
I can see
project.
her more.
He's doing the voice. He's doing voice for Super Mario, so probably just like an animated.
So it's a voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like it's an animated thing, which is great.
Oh, it's being done by Illumination. So
yeah, it's like an animated movie,
there's
so
that.
I'm okay with that. That's gonna be fun.
I can't
it'll
see Chris
actually
Pratt as
look
Mario, though.
like
I
a Super
just
Mario
can't.
World. God's sakes.
I mean, they need to bring
Peach is in
this
it.
whole concept out back and shoot it. Like, put
Jack
it down.
Black is Bowser.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God.
And
Actually,
Seth Rogen is doing Donkey
Kong.
That's what I'm saying.
no,
Michael
I
Caine
lied.
is
It's
doing
Anna
Mario.
Taylor
with
Joy.
that.
Anna
I'm
Taylor
okay
Joy
with
is
that.
going to be Princess Peach.
Cranky Kong is funny.
Charlie
Sebastian
Day is
Maniscalco
Luigi.
is playing Spike. Oh, I love him. That's awesome. That's fantastic. All right. All right, gang. That was fantastic. Great work on Super Mario. Sorry again that you have to watch that one. Larry, you still owe me $5. I didn't rent or anything like that, but I still want $5 for making me watch that. But we love it.
Some
All
sort
right.
of compensation.
I need compensation. I definitely do.
Fair enough.
All right, gang. Thank you very much, Larry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bruno.
Let's go.
Thank you, Mila.
Oh, thank you.
All right, gang. We are Entertainment Rants at entertainmentrants.com. Find us on all social media at Entertainment Rants. Send us an email at engageentertainmentrants.com. Don't forget to review us and like us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and definitely leave a review on Apple Podcasts. We'd really appreciate it. And everybody, what are we going to go out there and do?
Let's rant.
That's it, just Larry?
Yeah,
Let's rant.
There we go.
Hashtag.
There it is.